The Beacons Way is 99 miles long. Breconbeacons.org suggests it can be done in 8 days, covering 10 to 15 miles per day. Well, in this trip, we set out to cover 3 of those days and about 40 miles, taking us from Llanddeusant to Llangynidr. But not everything went to plan, and we hope you enjoy watching how we got on. Before we get going, I just wanted to talk about the logistical challenges of this walk. There's nothing circular about Beacons Way. We drove 2 cars to our end point and found a spot where we were happy to leave one of the cars for a few days. Then we drove to the start point, about 35 miles, and left the second car at the Wild Man Woods campsite for the price of a couple of bottles of wine. When we reached the end, we then had to drive back to the start point, pick up the other car, and then drive home. Well, that's enough talking for now. Let's enjoy some of the sights and sounds of the first night. Just to be clear, we don't carry all this cooking equipment and food on a hike. We just like to take advantage of the fact the car's nearby and we can dump it all in there before we go in the morning.
Right then, we've been walking for 3 or 4 hours and we're up to 802 meters high. As you can see, we're in the clouds. About 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Here's the boys.
Top of the wall, there's Kieran.
Alright.
Oi, oi.
We'll see you later. Right, morning. After our third night camping, we were walking to 9:30 last night on the mountain and decided we wouldn't get where we wanted to get, so we bailed out, came down and found this reservoir, and this is where we've camped for the night. Absolutely shattered. Glad we bailed out because it was getting a bit wild up there, and here we are, all camped out, set up on the side of this reservoir, but don't mention the freaking midges. We're suffering with a few blisters, and we walked 13 miles yesterday for 3 old timers. Last of the summer wine, get in there. Are you alright in there, Martin? Signing off.
Well, at this point, we'd had relentless rain for hours, really high winds, we were miles behind plan, we had no known camping opportunities nearby, and we were just soaked to the skin, so we did decide to call it a day. But there we were, still miles from the car, dripping wet and really tired. The solution came in the shape of a guy who worked at the Story Arms Outdoor Education Centre. He had a minibus and out of the goodness of his heart offered to drive us the 25 miles back to the car. And that does bring us to the end of this story. We picked up the second car, drove to the first, and we were able to get home warm and dry. Thank you so much for watching. Don't miss part 2, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to follow more of our adventures.